Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
Check, 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 check. 1 3 1 3. Welcome everyone. Welcome one and all. How's everybody doing? Hoping that everybody's doing well and everybody is doing all right enough, people. Big up on yourself. This weekend is gonna be very, very, very. All right, so sound check, sound check. All right. Sound is up and running. Welcome everyone. Long time we don't have a live. You see me I say? So we say we could do one live in the afternoon here. Holiday. Voice up and running again. So we say, yo, we're gonna do a live stream. You see me? So people, you see the people that might come on and say too much talking. We have to wait until the folks come on. If you don't understand these things, ask questions, okay? We don't want to talk and then we go do about the same thing what we talk about. You see me I say? Yeah, man. So if we are prolong the thing a little bit is to wait on folks to be on the live. So we have 21 people on now. We can probably wait until we see about 150 people, then we delve into the situation. So basically, we're gonna talk about Asafa versus a few of the fans them. Julian Alfred spectacular season opener in 200 meters, plus a lot more. You know, some athletes kick off their 200 meters. Tom Jones Memorial Invitational. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too. Character games coming up. The opening ceremony was today, and the athletes are rearing and ready to go. You get what me I say? You get what me I say? So yeah, man, quite a few things we want to talk about. I think Mount Sack I go be there too. Yeah, but we see how that go. Yeah, man, big up the people. We see Rob Smith in the building. Big up yourself. Rob Smith, Keisha Green, what go on? Big up yourself, you know. Spikey convince you to do what? No, never, 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 never Rob Smith. But you know, some Spikey not too. Yeah, man, Spikey not too. Simon, what go on? Big up yourself, you know. Yeah, man, share the live, people. Share the live. Yeah, man, tell a friend to tell a friend. Let me see if I can share it quick and fast. So the people, me did I try add it to the Facebook thing and it now work. That Javon is the sports journalist. Who you talking, Keisha? Yeah, man. Sometimes the folks don't understand the thing, you know, so we have to. Yeah, man. So I post it over there, so. So on the forward. Tell Asafa them to log on. I don't know it going on. Never. We full of them, you know. Puma, Nike, Adidas. Is it? Jeff in the building, Uncle Jeff there. Big up yourself, you know. People, hit up the like button quick and fast, you know. If you don't know like the video, we're gonna just cut. Is it me? We're gonna cut if you don't like up the video. Cause I mean the Asafa situation, anyways, I kick off the ball game, you know, because we don't wait for people, you know. The Asafa situation is very, very interesting, you know, people. Very, very interesting. And it has become a viral moment. It has become a viral moment. Yeah, man. Sharon, big up yourself, you know. Thai guy, big up yourself. Yeah, people are talk about peak. The lady not peak at Thai guy. Why not talk about peak, man? She not peak. Open season, you talk about peak. Yo, you know, so we realize that a lot of folks don't understand the track and field. They just love it. They love see running and them not understand the intricacies. See? So here one now, the Asafa situation and make the rounds. Seen? And to me, it has become a viral moment. And you know what next thing will become a viral moment? Shelly and Fraser Price. Shelly! The people, they must say, why you do it, Shelly? Seeing? People, they must say, Shelly, why you do it? Why you go run with the parent them and dismiss them? So, according to you, why you drop out them belly, Shelly? Shelly drop out the belly. You see me, I say? Me can't believe, say, the people them come at Shelly wicked, and I say, yo, Shelly, you're wicked. Hey, I put up that video there over TikTok and 500,000 views upon it. And the people them are going pan Shelly. So if you don't follow me on TikTok, when I'm going over there, go follow me on TikTok, man. Yeah, man. No, the Asafa situation I get steamy and more interesting. Seeing? Because Asafa said some things, and I'm asking the question: was he misunderstood? Did he speak the truth in whatever he spoke of in regards to the situation? Some people linking it back to the race that his son won. You get what I say? Because he did mention that in his video. See? So the conversation will get nice. People, I am also going to open the phone line. I'm also going to open the phone line so people can call in and let their voice be heard, because the situation are very interesting. And you see, the person here, Michael Evans, always attack and he can't come on the live and show himself all now. But still, I call him out. You see me? Big up in Shamar. Big up in Track Universe. Kimani Evans. Big up yourself. Big up the people in the building. Marston. Big up yourself. Yeah, man. Share up the live, people. Share up the live. Big up to the people on Facebook if you're not tuning. Yeah, man, we're there. We're there. Long time we're not forward enough. So we are big up the people and we are bless up the people. Them good to be. We are going. You want me? I go do first, people. I'm going to pretty much talk about from my standpoint, and then we're gonna look at it from Asafa's standpoint, because he made a few posts, in terms of clarification. Seen? You see me I say? With clarification. And we're gonna talk about that, and he might beat the Observer, because Observer put out the thing, But I don't know if they find my video yet, because remember say we not so big like Observer, so probably them now gonna see my video, because me make a video upon it too. Say Asafa send out warning. So I don't know if Asafa see it. But you see me I say people who want to talk about it. Me I give my view upon it, and me giving my views is nothing against Asafa. You get what me I say? When we look at youth, where Asafa used to par. You see me? So this has nothing to do with him. I think he's a very successful person. He was successful on the track, barring medals. But I still feel like he was successful. He pretty much paved the way for us. You get what I say? And I also believe Asafa is one of the most loved male athletes in Jamaica. Whether Asafa believe it or not, I believe that he's one of the most loved Jamaican male athlete. When you come on to Asafa and the ladies them, him can't do nothing wrong. All when Asafa pull up, him still a get him ratings. Seeing? So this has nothing to do with Asafa as an athlete, Asafa as a person. I have nothing against Asafa. I'm just reacting to the situation that is happening out there in the media. You get what I say? All right. Me know the people them have whole heap to say in the chat, but just hold off a little bit. As me say, I'm going to open the phone line, you can call in and let your voice be heard on the matter. Seeing? Because I believe he said some very important and interesting thing in the matter. In the other video, I said that one thing I don't like is that it's always seemed to be the negative. And me have some jottings here, so I'm going to talk about, and then we dissect everything. If you want to call in, and we're going to talk about Julian too, because Julian are going to bag of things. Seeing? So my first point is that Asafa is one of the most loved athletes. Can't take that from him. It no matter what happened throughout these years competing competitively, he's loved. Asafa has done tremendously well for the country. He has done what many athletes have never yet able to accomplish. 97 sub 10, that is a tremendous feat. So, of course, Asafa have pedigree. Of course, Asafa, remember, 2-time him knocked the world record, you know. So you have to give him credit for all of these things that he has done over the years, throughout the years, where athletics is concerned. You get what I say? Now remember, he indicated that he did this with no help. You see, when him said Jamaica, that's some things say the whole grand scheme of conversation is different. You see, when him said Jamaica, I don't believe that he's talking the fans, you know. I don't believe that he's talking the support of the fans. I think he's talking the federation or the association. That's what me think Asafa talk. And we have come on these platforms and we spoke numerous times on what or how the association deal with the athlete them. The last athlete spoke on it was the thrush. He wasn't able to, Daniel Thomas dad, our husband who's our coach and our masseur, wasn't able to come in the stadium and all of these things. So, because these people want to carry a lot of quote-unquote baggages to these championships. So, on that premise, we have to give Asafa that, because we come here and cost the federation. You get what I say? So, we cannot pretend like what Asafa say about that is not true. Now, the next point is that Asafa has a right to speak because he would have experienced whatever he experienced as an athlete representing Jamaica. Seeing? He's one of the more affluent athletes who actually probably did not win a global individual medal from an Olympic or a world championship. But he's still one of the most affluent. And we know what happened. Asafa win whole heap of race on the circuit, Golden League or whatever it was called then. And apparently he invested his money wisely. So you have to give him that too. You see what I say? He did well for himself, investing money. And if you watch him channel, Big House put up his solar thing and a whole heap of money for put up solar. Plus, he has a fleet of cars. You see it? And he have to maintain and some high-end vehicle too. You get what I say? So Asafa did well for himself. And for me, I think him have more real estate in terms of investment. Asafa did well for himself. Seeing? individual gold medal, Kimani. That we are talking about. We know say Asafa get a world championship bronze medal. He also won a Commonwealth gold medal. Plus him on several 4x1 Olympic and world championship gold medal. So we know that. So he's a Olympic and world championship gold medalist. That's why I may say individual gold medalist first. So Asafa has a right to speak because he went through all that he went through representing the country. While many will say Asafa didn't represent the country, he represented himself. Because when it comes on to the country, something always occurs with him. And then a few weeks or a month after him, you see him on the circuit. That's what people say. And there are records there to prove that as well. Seeing? All right. So Asafa has a right to speak. So I don't want the people then believe like the athlete cannot speak or past athlete cannot speak. The man, remember say, see him Asafa tell Kishian say him to run for himself. You remember that argument there? I want to love it. Don't. You remember that? Asafa and I say, oh, Asafa advised Kishian and him never do this because Asafa went there and he know what is what. You remember good. I don't want to not have Alzheimer's or selective memory. See? And like I said, this is not to bash Asafa. This is not to bash the fan. This is not to defend Asafa or defend the fan. I just put my points out there. Then uno deduce from it if me make sense or Asafa makes sense. So that's point number 2. Come, me write down the thing there, you know. Number 3. The fans will always criticize because you are a public figure. The fans will always criticize Asafa Powell and whoever you are in the athletic or football, cricket, netball fraternity. Once you're even government. Seeing? You saw them do favor when you talk about pro box. You saw what them do the prime minister. So on the know, so once you're a public figure, people are gonna come at you because you're out there, so you put up yourself to be criticized. Because it is the era of social media. So you cannot escape criticism. So Asafa, the fans will criticize. I remember the fans are criticize you before social media get big. You get what I say? And even in the criticism, they love you. It's just the nature of fans. Yesterday, you know, when we are watching Manchester United are the worst team. But what? You see when when Slabhead scored the winning goal, Jesus peas. Appear nice. Manchester nice again. Manchester developed this hope again that they can win the competition. That is how fans are, Asafa. That is how fans are. And once you're in the public sphere, you have to ensure so you know, say, that is going to happen. You can't escape it. And I said in the video, you are now doing your channel, your family channel. And I can guarantee you that a lot of criticism come under your comment section. I've seen it. People are talking about your kids. People are talking about the other kids. You see me I say? So criticism are going to come, Asafa. You cannot escape that. It's just how you deal with these criticisms. Sometimes the best thing is to just ignore them because fans will always be fans. They are not going to be nothing else but fans. Sometimes them claim so them know about the sport when they don't. Some people have knowledge of the sport. Of course, some fans are very knowledgeable of the sport. You get what I say? So that is one thing. Number 3, me there now, you know. So I'm going to move over to number 4. So Asafa dropped some clarification on the whole scenario. See? People may soon come to no comment, man. I'm going to give you a chance for calling in, man. See? Asafa drop clarification about the situation. And here's the clarification. In the video, I was simply speaking from experience. Many athletes give their all, bring home medals, and still end up with no real support after their careers are done. Is he speaking the government and the association? Is he speaking the sports ministry and the association? All right. And isn't that fact he's talking? Isn't that truth? All right. So if I want my kids to have the option to think beyond just pride for country and instead set themselves up financially for the future, then that's what it is. All right. He went on further to say, it's not about disrespecting Jamaica or acting like other countries are better. It's about doing the research, knowing the system, and helping the next generation make smarter decisions. We can still love our country and call for change at the same time. So that Asafa say, you get what me I say? And today, we see 2 more posts. I'm going to read them again. And him tag the Jamaica Observer. Seeing? Next time, tag my YouTube channel so people can watch what I said for themselves. Not a twisted clickbait version. Stop feeding the rats cheese on Easter to watch them dance. Next time, don't twist the message for clicks or try to control how someone shares their truth. Focus on what really matters, pushing for a better system for the athletes. And of course, you know, say Asafa advocate for that. Seeing? Now, he went on further to post, whenever athletes speak up for a better system to be in place, they're either silenced or pressured to walk it back. It's not ignorance. It's conditioning. We have been taught that if you speak up, you're ungrateful or not humble. But the truth is, that's the only way real change happens. And, you know, we over the years, I say, Asafa is a very humble youth. So if anything I say otherwise, me don't know how that start talk. You see me? You see me, I say? People over the years, I say, Asafa was a very humble individual. But quite frankly, that has changed. I wonder why. So that clarification, number 4. Number 5. You see the whole scenario with his sons competing. Seeing? I believe that Asafa did not have to say anything about his children, even if he's advocating for the younger generation. And this is my take. It's his and his wife's decision or choice to select which country they want to rep. So I don't think that should have been out there in the public at this time. Why? Because I think it is premature. Asafa, my brethren, I think that statement is premature. Why? Because you don't know the career path your child or your children wants to go in. I mean, you probably would want to put them in that career path because the talent and the genes might be there. You see me? I don't know if it is true religion, Levi or whatever, but the genes might be there and they actually can, be the stars that you were or you are and even bigger. You get what I say? So me kind of think that is kind of premature. That would have been a situation where you and your wife could have, talk about it, you see me? And if you don't really see the talent on earth and I say, yo, look at them fast now, no just make that pillow talk. That's just me. And as me say, me just give my few cents and then we're going to hear from the people. See? And Asafa, you can call into, yeah, man. The phone line open, but you know what me yet. All right. So that a 6 me there, come cover 5 and 6 in a 1. 7 now. Somebody said this to me. I mean, I really look into it, because social media is all about being relevant and staying on point and in the media. Somebody said, wonder if it's some marketing ploy Asafa is using to stay relevant, because when he talks about the negatives of what he faced in the past as a track athlete, it actually boosts or keep him in the media. Seeing? That is one of the points that persons are bringing out, and me put it on my list. Is it a case where it's a marketing ploy? Seeing? Brown sugar, me say, me I go make my point and then you come talk about it. You notice me read the rebuttal where him say and he mention him kids. Don't be careful, brown sugar. Be careful. In his response or his clarification, he did not say what you said. Don't get it twisted, brown sugar. That's why I'm reading clarification. Seeing? I remember me I know not to warn. Me and nobody at warn. Don't come for me. All right, so the marketing ploy. All right, my question again is, knowing what Asafa knows about this association and the government, which me believes are not going to change. Me believes it not going to change. Would you really want your children to go in this career path? And probably that's why you made mention of, you have options, which is good. Nothing is wrong with that. I applaud him, but me still believe it should have been a pillow talk. And that's just me. But that's him. He wants to discuss it publicly. That's fine. And that's why the persons were saying that it could be one of those marketing ploys. You get what I say? All right. So, knowing what he knows, why would you want your children to come up and a part of this? But then again, he has option. All right. So, that's a 8. Number 9. Final point. Then we can take phone calls and me I go read and comment them. Phone line I go walk me in a few seconds. I believe Asafa Powell wants better for the athlete. And if you don't see that, I don't know what you say. That's why I endorse the Grand Slam. And that's why he's always talking about not doing all for your country and now at the end of the day, whatever. That's why I'm talk about that. Because I think he wants better for the athletes. Remember, he spoke about Akeem Blake, Remember him talk about Akeem Blake when he used to support and help out Akeem, Remember I said Asafa probably help out several athletes too, So he has done good. You see me, I say? He has done well in terms of helping athletes, motivating them, because when you just start out and you're not getting a contract, it's difficult. And probably that's why Asafa is so bent on, bringing out this to the fore. But In this regard, I think Asafa should use his influence to pressure the powers that be, and not in the media like this, where it's a back and forth between him and the fans them. Well, it could be a back and forth because he make a few posts, yeah. But he could be using his influence and actually advocate more through the federation or the association and the government, the Ministry of Sports. You get what me I say? That one, me I say, Asafa, you can use your influence, your popularity, being loved by these people, because we see how they meet them and the people them into you. You're a superstar. No matter what everybody say, you don't get a medal, you're still a superstar. Seeing? And we are talking about gold medal, individual gold medal. You're still superstar. Jamaica love your youth. Use that influence if you help your athlete them now. Garner some level of support for them. What about starting an association, athletes association? Is it too much? Or you can put together the brainchild, the idea behind it, and if you don't want to be too integral in it, get some group of people who are really interested in helping the athletes as well. So people, these are my few points for me I bring out in the whole thing, you know. And whoever will clip it, make sure to clip it from the start so Asafa can hear all of the points. And if you are watch Virgin, big up yourself. But me think you can use your influence to help the athletes more. Me don't want to see we superstar in a situation like this. You see me? Me don't want to see. Because you see, as me tell you in one of my points, the fans will always be the fans. The fans will always be the fans. You get what me I say? The fans will always be the fans. The fans them non change. Me use the perfect example. Yesterday when Man U were under 4-2, me start cuss and the whole heap of people start cuss. Some of the people then walk out of the stadium. When the goal scored, the winning goal from Big Head, outside people have to celebrate from and a run come back in. So fans loyal to winners. Remember, same thing happened to Usain Bolt, you know. When Usain Bolt just come on the scene, you know. Oh, the youth are too hype. Youth are too hype. Him run with chain in their mouth. And you not see no effort. Yeah, man, remember they used to talk about Usain Bolt, man. Yeah, man, we know that too, man. You get what me I say? So right now, the phone line open. Who want talk? Call in. Let me see if I can run through some of the messages them and hear what the people them say. Until you decide for calling. All right, what we doing in chat now? If we can pause this, so. Da. Somebody say never heard him talk with any solutions, just issues. Dean Lewis, big up yourself. Alfred will be a monster this season. We soon talk about Julian in later on in the video. Jamaica administration need to take off the sport right across the board from football to. I mean, I have said this on this channel on several occasions. Administration, sports administration, and we can extend it to leadership in the country is very poor. Every single situation that we're in, it is because of poor leadership. Whether you believe it or not, it is because of poor leadership. And we have seen it. I have spoken on this channel several times about how J3s operate, how JFF operate, and all the other federations. See? So it's like we have a situation where we are not trained to become leaders, to, you know, impact and influence in a positive way. So we talk about them thing upon a channel, man. Seeing, remember coming out of the Olympics, we there run here, we attack, we are pressure the situation. So I don't want anybody to come here and go like, say, we not do it. We do it. And we are do it again. We read. All right, me see I get a call. Carla, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Yo, CD, I finally got a chance to get a live, man. Man, I've been so busy. What's going on?
Well, God, a long time I don't do a live to Dr. Dan. We're there not. People, this is Dr.
Yeah,
Dan
but
in the building.
yo, see, life got me rough. I'm in the West Coast now, so like the time difference is helping me out a little bit. Like, so that's why.
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah, I saw your video last night on the same topic. I listened to it,
Yeah.
and I saw TT as well. So I saw TTs as well. So I've been listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I also so I think for me the topic of discussion here is like, we have national pride, loyalty, right? I think if you could do a comparison, Liam Bailey had somewhat the similar
Yeah,
situation,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Where,
Me did I touch that too. Yeah, man.
it's like the loyalty, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is, we all have national pride, but what there is after the fact. Think about it. Like, after you retire, right? There's nothing that the government, they're not gonna, they're not gonna recognize you. They're gonna say yes, oh, you were this champion, all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I believe there's a couple other runners that actually ran for different country that could have ran for Jamaica. I forgot what the guys. There was a couple guys I know that did that, but I just listened to him and I saw comments and people was disparaging him and say, "Oh, Jamaica did a lot for you. You represented for the country." Yes, you represented for the country, but I think that if Asafa did take the opportunity to run for that other country, he would have did well because he started out, he opened the door for a lot of people. So now that contract's a little bit easier. People can get more opportunities. It's always the people who are the front runners that gets burned the most because think about it, like if you let's make a comparison to basketball. The older generation back in the 90s, right? They always complain how this generation have it easier. That's because they had to suffer, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like now they get it. Now people this day gets an easier contracts. Same thing as music. A lot of older people say they have to give CD to DJs and all that stuff, but now people can sit on the laptop computer, make a rhythm and bust, right?
Yeah.
So it's something like that. So I can see maybe Asafa has some regret from that or some disdain. But to be honest with you, even both, a lot of people that I see come out and say something about organization. But it's not just Jamaica that has that, right? You have the NOAA laws and all these people are complaining about even yes, US is a lot better. They pay their athletes and all that stuff, but it's there.
Whoa, whoa,
But I
whoa,
think the
whoa.
big
What you say? US pay their athletes?
some of them get paid, yeah, but there's some of them get paid.
Because recently we hear that I don't want to talk too much for it might lead back to the athlete. But things like these not happen. You walk US athletes walk on the street or through the airport. Nobody know them.
No, I don't think that's. But the point I'm not trying to. It's not about popularity or knowing people. The point is like giving them some finance and have things for them. Because remember, represent for the job.
Hold on. Do they get financial assistance after, like say a pension? You represented the country. You did well, like an army person, where you get,
Mhm,
you get some money, probably a month
mhm.
time. Do the athletes who represent the country get that?
Well, that facts I'm not privy to. I'm not privy to be honest. So I can't really say that. But I do know that I've seen interviews where some of them said that they got money, but I don't know if it's like retirement, pension, all that stuff. That I'm not privy to, so I can't really speak on it. But I've known that they've got money. But I also know they also complain that the organization is not taking care of them. So it's been complained
Yeah.
again on the same recent interviews. I saw a couple of them tweeted that they have never got so much money in their life doing a Grand Slam tournament. That's also why a lot of them sign up for it because they don't get it. You have a lot of them who's doing a 9 to 5 after training. Like
Mm-hmm.
the guy.
The hurdler, he works
there's
at
there's a
Walmart.
hurdler. Yes, the one went to Howard with me. Yeah, he was being trained by his track coach had to train him because he didn't have any money. He works at Walmart and stuff like that. You're considered a professional athlete at that point. But also the problem is, dude, the sport is not selling, right?
No,
It's not selling.
That
So
is
you
true.
cannot expect to have the same as both. I mean, Asafa use examples of football and all that stuff. You can't expect to use that. That's when America is saying women's soccer get paid most of men's soccer and basketball. You have to. People want to put their brand to you, so you have to be marketable. The most thing that's marketable is the Olympics and World Championship and
Yeah.
Diamond League. Even some Diamond League doesn't sold out, right? It's the other, it's the bigger ones. So that aspect, nothing to about him though, right? I think that he wants changes, right? And people always say, if you're gonna expect changes, give examples, give your reason or what you think you can do to make it work, right? He's a big voice. I always tell people, the louder your voice is, if you're big, people will listen to you. But is the J3A has been going on for a long time.
Years.
People have been trying and trying and trying to make some sign of changes. But I think, like me personally, I wouldn't make country as a loyalty for me. If his kids could go somewhere and get a better, get more money and all that stuff, like he mentioned, it's all about business at the end of the day. You don't want to work broke and can't afford nothing. Then why not go for it? So I think that's a part that people miss.
But you know what I would like to ask Asafa? Because he made a very interesting point that he was going to get millions to represent a particular
Mm-hmm.
country, right?
Mm-hmm.
My question to him would be, is it that he's going to get money to switch allegiance, or he was just going to get money over his lifetime when he switches allegiance? Because that would be a
Mm-hmm.
different thing, You might get millions at one time just to switch. But remember, athletes make more of their money through endorsement and competition off on track meets and stuff like those, Like you got Diamond League and no Grand Slam. Yeah. So I would want to know if it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
just a switch for the money one time, or it will present a pension plan for him. So when him finish compete, him still gonna get money. Because like Andrew Fisher, is Andrew Fisher
That's what I would. Yeah.
still getting money from what was the country
He
again?
he went start with a Kuwait. He was a Middle East country run for. I
Yeah.
remember him. Yeah, that's the guy I was talking about. I
Some
can't
want
remember
to
his
know if
name. I
him
can't
still
remember.
get money from them. That's my question I
But
would like to ask.
the problem is with Asafa though. I think he would have gotten probably lifetime because he was so good where he would have been uplifting the country. Like Andrew Fisher, we only heard about him that one Olympics, right? Asafa was so good where you bring more glory to the country by winning. That's how a lot of these countries are. You bring glory to me. You remember the Trinidad guy that won the Olympics where he got so many houses and all that stuff back in Trinidad? Like you remember that guy that won
The
he
javelin.
was throwing the javelin. Yeah.
Yeah.
He got so much glory, house recognition. So I think Asafa was so good. And 2006, it was literally him, right? But you would have probably gotten lifetime money because it would bring so much glory to, especially a country that's not known for any type of sprinting. Just bring back one medal to the country, you would have been probably set. So I think that's what he was saying, because he said, had I known what he knows now, he'd have done it.
But
So
yes,
that means he
and
probably would have been.
but remember, when Asafa went to these global championship, he still didn't do as expected because he claimed that he had injury concern. So he could have still
Mhm.
got the other country go represent and still not get for showcase him talent and win an individual gold medal. So that could have still be in it. So I don't want to say that is the case. I would love to ask him that question.
Yeah, but he
And
also
whoever
was
made that
winning.
switch.
But remember, he also was winning Olympic medals. I mean, he was winning diamond leagues, and he broke the record. He broke the world record. So that would have been on him representing a country.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he would have gotten something from that, because that country. Because when you break a record, it says Usain Bolt, Jamaica next to it, right? So it doesn't matter where he was born.
So he probably get
It doesn't
bonus.
matter where he was born.
But the question again, would he get bonus on that or just a lifetime thing? That's still my question, not
Yeah.
Me now put on that question there, Me still a put it
No,
out there.
I mean that is honestly that is a true that's a good question, man. But with some of these countries, because when they're desperate, they will offer you anything. So we don't know. He probably had the room to negotiate because he would have been in demand, right? He said millions of US dollars, millions of US dollars back into.
2006.
You know how much money that would have been, billions of Jamaica dollar right now, because the US dollar was so strong back then. So it's crazy. I just don't think that people. I think Jamaican fans we're very, like, the example you used me yesterday, because I was watching the game with Manu yesterday, and I was like, man, when I saw 4-2, I just got up and left like you, right?
Yeah.
And then
No,
as
me
soon as they
still
won, I'm like,
me
yo,
still did watch a game. Me never leave, but me did a course.
well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of turned off the TV, but the fans, we're passionate, but we also have to remember these, right? They bring joy to you, but they have their family. They have people to feed. How many people you know right now, right? I think you did a show on this where I remember commenting on this. There was a show where you said, if you're doing good 1 year, do you go pros and get that contract because nothing is guaranteed, and then go back to college? Remember that? Remember that show you did sometime last year when I think it was about Alana Reed and somebody else, and people were like, why did she leave? Go pro. And the problem that sometimes we have to remember as fans, listen, these people have big family to feed. Because I know in certain people's family, you're the breadwinner of like 4, 5, 6 family, right? So you have to think down the line. Asafa invested well, like you mentioned, so he's good. But there are people who well off that J3A doesn't even remember after they finish, they bring glory to the program. One person I remember is Warren Ware. Warren Ware. The reason why he's doing so good in Orlando, Florida, is because he pick up something else and start doing, photography and all that stuff, right? But after the Olympics, nobody really hear about Warren Weir when he came third. It's an example like that type
Yeah,
of
but
stuff. You know what I mean?
even though you never hear about him still used to get laying upon the Diamond League circuit, and him used to make him money there, so.
Yeah, correct.
And
But I
people are
mean,
talk about Johan Blake need to go put on him spike and him a make money upon the circuit when him a go a Diamond League. You get
yeah,
what me I say?
but that's what I'm saying. After the fact, that I think his comment was after the fact, after retirement. What's next? What is there? Do you have a pave away for me to make money? Like, give me a space, like, right? Like, for instance, football players here in America, when they finish, they either go do commentary or do something where they can still have a nice paycheck because the
Because
group set them up to do something.
no, but also that is also because they get a lot of money throughout the year, so that they can do a lot of investment. Track and field people don't get so much money.
Yeah,
I remember
I mean,
say, what if you're a breadwinner of the family? You have to take care of everybody, You see me I say?
yeah,
And that little
yeah.
money that you're getting probably 3 times per year or 4 times. That have to go stretch. Remember coach, agent, a whole lot of things.
So let's look at this tree. I have a question, right? So let's
Mm-hmm.
look at this. I was looking online. I think they raised the price up. A diamond winner get about 10K, right, or so when you win a diamond, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you have, like you say, you have to pay the coaches out of it. Obviously, you have to pay taxes out of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then travel.
Yeah.
So how much money you really think they get out of that 10K when they finish? Maybe maybe 50% of that or so, right?
Yeah.
So and then, like he mentioned, some athletes, like if you're not the Noah Lyles, and like he mentioned, you're paying your way to these European countries where you're buying hotel tickets, you're buying hotels, you're paying all that stuff. So where is the J3A? I think that can contribute into that. But my question is, that's very difficult because J3A is supposed to sponsor you for big national events, not for like your club's supposed to do all that stuff. So again, this is a tricky situation. But like you mentioned in your video yesterday, you just said it just now, leadership role is very important. And we obviously don't do well on that, but it's also the sports is not bringing in money. And I think this is why it's important of the Grand Slam, because you have the likes of Gabby, like saying she has never made this much money. Alison DeSantos, who's a very competitive hurdler on the circuit, who wins a lot, said he's never made this much money in a weekend. So, bringing out sports and everything. So let's see how the next one is in Florida. I'm going to try to go to that one, but I just think that, like, it's tough. I understand where he's coming from, but like, you have loyal fans who just beat him. Oh, Asafa, you're ungrateful. You don't always have to run for your country. You can love your country. It's just like when you with a woman. You can love your baby mama, but you know what I mean? You don't mean you want to be with her. You know what I mean? You still have love for her. That's why he's, you know what I mean? But people don't understand that. They think he's a sellout, which is something to what Bailey was saying, where it's like, yo, listen, I love my country, but I just need some changes to make. Sometimes you have to be an example of change, or sometimes you have to be, you have to make big decisions for yourself. And I think what he's saying is good. And if by all means, what his son did, if he's still on that trajectory, he's gonna be a good runner.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I see. Yeah,
Big up,
I'm gonna listen up. But yeah, I think it's tough though, man. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, Dr. Dan.
All right, all right.
All right, cool. So people, there you have it from that caller. You can call in, you know. Why I kept the caller online is because I didn't see anybody else calling in. See it? So we can just prolong the conversation. But some interesting things. How can the association generate money? And you see the whole hiding and dilly dallying in the thing because the federation get money from Puma. How have they been using that money for athlete development, medical, all of the nuances that comes with being an athlete? Some man a try for years and never go nowhere. Always at the first round of trials. Some man injure and can't compete. Some man injure and can't compete and them lose them contract. You see me I say? So I think, and I say it again, Asafa should use his influence and try to impact, whether it is from government or the association, so that athletes can get more help. Are we saying that the athletes should get a monthly stipend just to cover their expenses? Seeing? Is it that there should be a performance center, a medical center where the federation does pay for that and athletes can go and do their checkups and all of these things? Because medical and nutrition are one of the two biggest things in sports, you know. And when we say medical have to do their recovery and all of these things. Are they use Mr. Shakiri roll out a new Nike recovery boot? It's like a sneaker Shavana and walk up and down. She a recover same way, you know. She says she can use it when she dep on flight and all of these things. Are we getting these equipment, these recovery sessions for athletes so that they can, you know, are they eating properly? Man, I eat cheat chicks and bag juice. That cannot work after you put in so much hard work. So what is the association doing? That is our next good question, Kimani Evans. How do they decide which athlete get paid? You see, there's a lot of questions, you know, just as easy as we think, you know. Carla, welcome to the show.
Well done, coach.
We're there, you know. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man. I'm marking. Well, forgot to say I always can see the ID, so.
Yeah, man. I see everything, man.
Me have a couple quick things that I want to say before me hop off.
Yeah, man.
Based on the statement, I suppose. The first one, how many big countries out there invest in athletes in terms of financial benefit wise? Because I could be wrong, but it seems like where I say is the athletes them need money in a pocket. When we say basically where a lot of these other countries do is try to take care of the athletes' well-being. So like
what is the
medically,
yeah,
in terms of like medically, then we ensure that certain surgeries or certain scans, etc., need to do. Them not have pressure to deal with that. The association will deal with it. So in terms of maybe nutrition, etc. But a lot of athletes, even in a lot of these big countries, them have to stop the track and field from early and go find a 9 to 5 too. And I like a lot of these prominent places, even US or UK. And I like say a lot of these athletes retire with a lot of money. No, them have to stop. because a lot of these sports are 6, 7, 8 on
Mm.
the list.
And
Most of these athletes, enough of them, they're even poor. They
right.
don't have no money. Even Tory Burry, you understand? Rest in peace. A lot of them suffer just the same. You cannot expect say that's why I say I don't want to jump out on a limb and say it, but me I get a feeling like say money in a pocket argument. I am not saying the federation can do a lot more, because as me say, and as the other caller had pointed out earlier, there are a lot of other expenses. So the if the J3s or the JOA or maybe a collaborative effort, wherever the case may be, can ease off some of these burdens, whether it be nutrition wise, this is specialists, whatever the case may be, if them can ease off some of those burdens, it would have been good. I'm not saying it's not happening. Maybe it's not happening to a point where, let's say it could be 60-40, where the J3 is deal with 60, the athlete responsible for 40, or if they can do more. But if I really money you want in your pocket, most big countries not do it.
Yeah.
Anybody can go check. Most big countries not really put money in an athlete's pocket.
Yeah, man. I
And
did the research before I came on, and as me telling you, a conversation was held with a particular athlete, and we get information that is not so. Even though we deal with it at trials, the love what Jamaicans give the athletes, US people don't get that. Remember say when Noah Lyles go Jamaica, it was a situation for him where he's excited because of the reception from the crowd,
Exactly.
You see exactly. When them see the prime minister in a distance, you think say you're going to see no president a Hayward Field when them have US trials?
No, sir.
You know, go see that.
And let me check it out. A lot of people now take these things into context. Because another point, you see, just like how you see some of our athletes reach at a point and then you say, where the athletes are they? Where the athlete are they? That the youth they talented. What happened? Same thing in America. You might see a person have a good season, disappear. After 2012, how much year after that you see Ryan Bailey? And I mean, me not like me I call out nobody for a spot, but I just him come to mind at the moment. And holy more. You see, athletes have even left from one sport and try see if they can go in another sport, go make it.
Yeah.
Whether it be NFL, whether it be something else. Because guess what happened? The reality it is, and plus in a dear countries too, the amount of taxes where some of these athletes are pay, Jamaican athletes not pay it like that, man. Nah, pay it like that. So them not have the finance. So you might look on it and say, well, look on it that this way, it might be beneficial to them. But another way, the money still a pull out of them pocket just the same. Taxes are kill them, especially depending on which state they're in too. While certain level of taxes we not have to pay out here.
Yep.
So as me say, me now go say, well, you know, have a point where the J3s or the JOA can say them a get some money and it should be allocated better, etc. Blah blah blah. But based on what me I get from it, come like people want money in them pocket. You know what me think them should have done? Based on we use a percentage thing and go to the athletes them and said, here what happened? Like how you're a professional, I know. You put 20% of your yearly income and make the J3s or whatever try match it or do something with it so you can see something in the next 10 years. You understand me as a coach?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, something like that. Some retirement fund like that. Right? So if you use a portion of your, like just a 5, 10 or whatever percentage, and say how we can help. But then again, I might not say, well, that's only if you start them, but what happened to the person them who not make it? Well, I guess you're going to have to use another initiative for that. But realistically, it's not smooth sailing. It doesn't matter where in a world I go. It no matter in athletics. Because if you realize them, they don't only change the name a couple years back because it is still viewed as an amateur sport, no matter how we want to look at it. You know, reach that level there yet. You know, reach a level there yet where you even and say, all right, we are going to go see if we can go down and just bet, go bet pan one race. Or, you know, reach that level there yet. Where, you know, command the audience there yet, right? Forget the massive contract there either. So you have to look on the thing holistically and just can't just set things for impulse. You understand that? It's a bit emotional. So you have to look on the thing.
So that's
yeah,
why
go ahead.
That's why I really want to hear what Asafa is saying. Because sometimes you don't want to jump to conclusion and
as me did say, me don't want to just jump out on a limb and just speculate. And me can't stand corrected too because I could be wrong. You understand? So a bit more clarity on that would be really good to say. Because everybody, you know where them feel too, you know, that is another thing, you know. Every man know how they suffer, you know. You understand? So you might feel certain things and you say, boy, you know, say me didn't make that decision then in I pass, things would have better for me. But then again, the grass always look green up on the other side, you know.
But you know, say it's not really green.
Sometimes water for your own grass too, man.
It's not really green, you know.
It's not green,
really green.
It's not green, but as me say, me I go and listen and I hear the next person what they have to say.
Yeah, man, big up yourself, man. So it
all right.
All right, people, big up yourself. So we just drop a video. Yeah, man, that's how we drop video, you know, people. So we drop video. Shelly and Fraser Price opening their season tomorrow. Can go check out that video there. Big up yourself here, spot. Yeah, man, we drop that video there. Pocket Rocket a drop tomorrow over Velocity Fest. Think of chattings. Yeah, man, go check out the video. Even if you're on the line. Bookmark that video there quick and fast. Yeah, man, Shelly. Breaking news. Breaking news. I gotta show them. Shelly Belly. On the things you wanna see nothing yet. The thing gonna see that parent race there yet and is it me? Yeah, man, Shelly I gonna roll out a big machine. So, yeah, people, Shelly and Fraser Price will be opening her season tomorrow at the Velocity. She'll be competing in the 100 meters. Yeah. Yeah, man, Shelly. So, anyways, back to the situation. So, people, you can call in, as I say, we open the phone line and you can call in. Chuck can feel nice tomorrow, yeah, man. Everything I go on tomorrow. Chuck can feel nice tomorrow. All right, so we get our next caller. Big up yourself, caller. Welcome to the show.
Yes, coach. There's objectivity.
How this?
Objectivity.
The man is not objective.
Listen, we are calling because the Asafa, me like him, but my problem with this whole situation, the current one, in bringing up issues, Asafa is bitter about his past perceived.
Yeah, you hear me?
So what?
Me don't know if that is the case in that scenario. I wonder if he was misunderstood. Me allow you to say your points still enough.
All right, yeah. But here's what, because I was listening, I follow him and I follow him, I watch him sub 10 things, you know, all in YouTube channel them.
Yeah.
I follow him. So this to me, this video was should have been solely about him, what I'm little you do. And him feel good about it and he was talking about that. No, I guess he got a comment somewhere along the line where somebody said him son them can run for Jamaica, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So I don't think he need, because if you know the antness that him going to stir up, if him bring this subject up again, him get a beaten.
But
him get a beaten when with the alien thing already.
But objectively,
you don't.
And that's why me believe, and well, somebody pointed it out that it could be one of those marketing ploy.
So me not believe that. Me not believe that's what it was.
Okay.
I follow him enough to know that he just need a small trigger to go right back to where his feelings really lie.
Okay.
Asafa don't like criticism. And the few people that has criticized him over the years,
But hold on,
him take that as,
you like criticism? If you're in the public sphere,
no,
you
no, no,
like
no,
criticism?
no. What I'm saying is that he's sensitive to it.
Okay. Me just
He's
say
overly.
most.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I'm saying he's overly sensitive to it, right? He ignores all of the love that he gets and hang on upon the few criticism from people like Maverick. That irk him, That is what is needling Asafa.
So let me ask,
every chance
so let me ask you a question.
every chance he get, he go back there.
Me ask you a question. You think
Yeah, go ahead.
you think the point we make, him wrong or him right?
So, okay. But so I think what I'm saying is my issue with this is that I don't disagree with anything that he said.
Oh, okay. It's just how and when.
But
and because I
how and when. Time and place.
Okay.
You can project, he can project what his sons are gonna do in 20 years.
Yeah. And that's why
right?
that's why one of my statement is that it could it be a case where it was a premature statement from him?
I believe I think he indicated that I think he was kind of indicating that he must have read I don't know which one of the other platforms, but somebody must have said, or even maybe somebody at the sports day must have said, your son them can go run for Jamaica, or whatever it is. That is what triggered him. And now he'll come back and say, so input, what he did was he took a positive moment and he made it into a past transgression of something that irked him in the past. Okay. I don't think he should have done that, especially when, this is the last thing I'm going to say, especially when he should have known that it was going to be what do you call it, a divisive situation, because this is the half of the people them for him and half of the people them against. What I'm saying, because people take things personally, as patriots, we take things. When you say Jamaicans, even if you mean the government or the J3s,
people are gonna get defensive.
Them are gonna get defensive, coach. Them are gonna get defensive, and he should have known better. You can't. So he must say that in trying to do better for the athletes, he might have been, but in this situation, that's not what this is about. This is about a past slight and the love that Asafa is insecure. If you watch him enough, you realize that he has been an insecure, and that is why I believe he froze in the moment. He wants to do well so much that he freeze up. Him can't relax and no, when them beat him take it more than personal. It got to him soul. Him not just make that thing, just brush that off. After Asafa living a good life, Asafa acting as if him destitute. Asafa appears to be, I don't know in finances, but him appears to be doing very well for himself. Be blessed with that, Bambas. Take that, be blessed with it, and move on. Don't keep bringing back how you feel in the past. And only a few people, again, Asafa, look, I think you said it, Asafa is more loved than even Usain Bolt. Well, he get more cheers out stadium than everybody else.
Yeah, man, I think the people they love Asafa, man. But when he slip him, I go slide with the people them. Because once him go say Jamaica, even if he might be like you say, matter J3 or whatever, the fans might get defensive too,
Yes, coach. And then remember, you should tie it back into the alien situation, that interview that they had when him say, we are ungrateful. How is Jamaica ungrateful to him? So as stuff like that, people remember, it's not a good situation. He should have known better, leave that alone. If him don't intend to make him sons, if they ever get good enough to run for your country, run for Jamaica, keep that between, like you said, pillar talk that. When that time come, then you make that decision and make you move. Don't talk about it 20 years before. It's going to be emotional for people who them think so you come at them. So that was my problem with it. Okay. The J3s, of course, the J3s can do more. We have gone through that 100 times already, and it now got changed. What he's doing, putting it out in public. Coach, you believe that going to change the J3s?
Well, I mean, I think so, no.
No, it not change them. Them not even listen. The people them who in control, government and G3s, them administrators, them not listening to all of this. Them not feeling anything that the public has about them. Them could care less. So anyway, me gone.
All right, big up yourself, objectivity.
All right.
All right. Yeah, people. So Shelly a roll out, people. Shelly rolling out. Shelly a open our season. Season opener. On the thing at the mother race of the season opener. Yeah, man, Shelly a roll out. The pocket racket a roll out, people. Wanna say? Yeah, man, the pocket racket a roll out, people. Anyways, the phone line opening. On the call in, man. Make we talk, man. You think me I talk all night tonight? On the call in. And we not talk Carlene. Yo. Shelly Belly. Shelly Belly. Yo, me feel good for those that Shelly are roll out, people. I'll tune in or no. Bertha Wagwan, welcome to the show.
Big up, CD. Big up.
Yeah, man, we're there same way, you know. What you say now upon the matter,
Yeah.
you know? Because we know you come for
Right.
shoot. Well, I'm if you put on bulletproof vest or something.
Loaded, fully locked in. Chip Glock, loaded up.
All right, sir. Go on squeeze.
All right, here's the thing, right? I try all week, but see this thing, I try hard not to come down too hard and be too difficult and be too against him. Because I have a rule wherein I believe I must always defend and support the athletes first and foremost. And I try my very best not to write anything or say anything derogatory about any athletes. Because I know a lot of athletes and I respect them. I know the hard work them go through. One thing about the Asafa thing that kind of stick the craw, kind of grind my gear a little bit is the comment that he made that in 2006 he was offered millions.
Hold on, Bertha. Me can cut you for a little bit there, please.
Yeah, man. You're
Miss one comment from Marcia. Marcia, we don't understand the comment there, Marcia. You said it was also necessary to tell the people on your platform that support you not level up because he and athletes are at a... Oh, okay. Me get what she said. Sorry. Go on, Bertha.
Yeah, that comment that in 2006 he was offered millions to switch and he now regrets it. That not have nothing to do with we. Why must I say it like as if we somehow, Jamaica somehow have something to do with that and Jamaica somehow responsible?
Yeah.
The fact is, Asafa was a big runner in 2006. He was just getting hit to break records and whatnot, and he was very marketable. If he wanted to go somewhere else where he was getting millions, he could have gone, but he stayed with Jamaica. And the truth is, I love Asafa, but he underperformed. He knows that. We know that. The world know that. Call it injury, call it whatever you want. He never hit the heights that he could have hit.
But Bertha, the point
he froze.
Bertha, the point that he's making is that he chose country over the millions. And at the end of the day,
but that's not
some athletes.
But that's not our fault.
Well, yeah, me get what you're saying, but me just want to clarify that. The point is that he chose country over millions. You have some athletes have been choosing country and not getting the millions. So I think that's the point where I'm trying to make.
But CD, I can name some athletes, but I won't call them names. I can think of 3 right now offhand who jumped on that ship. One of them is a 400-meter silver medalist in the Olympics and World Championships. And the other 2 were sprinters, 100-meter sprinters who jumped ship and jumped on that train when they were offering money. Now, I don't know them business. I don't know if them living large now. But in terms of their track and field career, I never really heard anything from them after they switched. So, I mean, I understand him feeling. No, here's the point now where I'm with him now. Does more need to be done for the athletes? Absolutely. But I believe Asafa is in a very good position to make that happen. Well, I don't want to say make that happen because if the money isn't there, the money just isn't there. But he's in a position to try and push himself in to the mix because he has a lot of power. And, you know, why it kind of, I don't want to say it hurt because I'm not speaking mind and how I feel, but Asafa was just like the ambassador for champs for that week of champs and Grand Slam track. Asafa gets so much love. Asafa was a statue when Dion Hemmings and Melaine Walker, both Olympic gold medalists, don't have a statue. The man get him love. Asafa is so loved in Jamaica. Asafa is so, treasured in Jamaica. You understand? I was watching the thing, and it was going great. And we talk about him son and thing, and it shocked me when I see that part where him jump to this, him son them now run for Jamaica if such and such come up and don't fix and whatnot. I'm like, yo, this isn't this. Is the right time for him to talk about it? So because we're celebrating them son doing well and it's a nice fun time. It left me feeling so conflicted. No, Asafa can try and get into the J trail like Michael Frater, or start a union for the athletes. Do something to help because you have the power to do it. But I just feel like, this is a little something where I'm said, CD, where it don't really sit right with me. Kind of feel like a little bit of bitterness. And I don't know why would he be bitter. What is it that Asafa did well for himself?
Yeah, because somebody in the chat say, even though he did not go to that country, he still stayed in Jamaica and he was able to make millions representing Jamaica.
Yeah.
So they can't really understand.
We can't. I can only go by the evidence of what I've seen, and I didn't see the others that switched do that great. Again, I don't know them financial positions, so I can't speak to that. But in terms of where they went, think about this. Let's just play devil's advocate here, right? Think about if Asafa went around to another country, let's say a Middle East country, for example, with no 4x1, and the results that he had in the individual events. He wouldn't even have any gold medals, really.
Yeah, I said that earlier.
how great with his career? But we don't know. We're playing devil's advocate.
The question, the question when me asked out of that, Berto. The question when me asked out of that, he was getting millions to switch. Was that millions for the switch, or it was a lifetime
guarantee of millions?
A guarantee of millions. That's how me off in nowhere, because if it was just for the switch, then him could have left pauperized too.
Yeah,
and him stay at Jamaica and him not pauperized.
That's the point that you are hitting on, something that I've been thinking of. A lot of these peak countries that wanted our athletes back in the day when we were shining in those early mid to late 2000s to 2010, etc., with the boat time. A lot of countries were coming after our athletes very hard with big offers of money. Was it one-time upfront payments or was it lifetime payments?
Yeah.
And what happened? They didn't perform. Mm-hmm. And I can tell you from the ones that I have seen who didn't really perform great after they left here, what did they really get? I don't know their personal situation, but from an athlete competing standpoint, they never really shined anywhere. You know what I mean? So my thing is, listen, Asafa have the power. Asafa, get together with the athlete, then form an athlete union and start to get more deeper involved and see how you can help.
That's how me think. Use
be a beacon of change and use your voice to help make some change and help the other people coming up. Whatever you've gone through, it gone already. 2006 can't come back. You understand? You're still good, give thanks, but try and see if you can form an athlete union and help to make some changes for the athletes. You know what I mean? Advocate for them and help them. But you know what I mean? So much love to Asafa. I'm not beating those. I've never beat any of the other athletes, but you know, it come across a little bit funny, especially this 2006 millions in could have made thing. It come across a little bit bitter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So anyway, big up to the show, sir.
Yeah, man, big up. You know, so somebody just messaged me now and I said, US athlete, them don't get paid.
No, they don't. They don't get the stipend. Like British athletes get stipend based on a tier system. I don't know the exact tier system, but they have a level what them give. And every year you hear some people vex them lose it, and they don't get the funding at all. But the better you do, if you're a medalist, if you're making teams, making finals, you'll get a tier system. But America, hey, listen, when you listen to some of the American athletes talking, You serious suffering? So you think some of our athletes are suffering and going through it, but American athletes go through it too. We just think that them have it easy because America them there. And also it stay.
Same thing.
And also it stay. Enough of them don't have the medical and the coaching and money to pay and all of that like we think they should have. And some of them is really good. Look at this kid here. This kid here on the 400 meter of the 400 meter best time for the year so far. I don't remember his name. Bryce Deadman, I think. Is his name? He just ran a race a week ago, and he ran the best time. The man don't have a sponsor, brethren. The man don't have a sponsor. The man, the US not. I think he made the Olympic team.
And you have a hurdler too when I have no sponsor and work at Walmart.
Well, Walmart have a sponsor. So. And then these guys came to Grand Slam track and did so well. And earned a good piece of food.
Yeah.
I don't have the time. I have to come off now.
Well, me not see nobody calling. You can't go on.
On Grand Slam. Well, on the Grand Slam thing, right? I saw a podcast this morning. I watched with of course, the three stooges. Noah, Grant, and Rai.
What you call them?
The three top athletes. The three up. This them, you know. But you know. I want to say something about Rai Benjamin. Because, say, ever since him win the gold medal at the Olympics, it's like this change, like him different, you know. It's like, first of all, him not run a race since him win the Olympics. You can correct me if I'm wrong. He never run a race after the Olympics last year on the circuit. And I don't think I've seen him run this year so far. But his negative attitude towards the Grand Slam, this is one of the things I heard athletics, is a lot of selfishness. And me. No, the man said never watched the Grand Slam, but yet still have all kind of criticism over the Grand Slam. But the people who the Grand Slam is there to benefit the athletes were all praising it and so happy about it. Shouldn't you, as another athlete, want to see the thing work and try and support the thing instead of throwing out all kind of negative vibe about the thing? It spots to me of negativity that they already have the Diamond League, which is working. Which part of the Diamond League is working, coach?
No.
You tell me which part of the Diamond League is working. Who does the Diamond League work for? The top 5% who are Olympic medalists who get a massive payout as their appearance fee. And the money them get can't spread to nobody else. Other than that, who else is getting money? I mean, Grand Slam, you got to see people who are middle of the road people eat and earn. Shouldn't we support that? Why are athletes so selfish towards them own people who them say them wants to do better?
But interesting, you said that, because I think a few weeks ago we were on a live and I said track and field boring and all them set up the Diamond League boring and can't
I'm tell you, said no.
And people beat me and now look, you know.
Me was one of those who beat it, somebody call it too.
Yes, I look, you know.
No. And I said to you that track and field is not boring, is the event. Is how them run the event is what is boring. And there's a difference, there's a distinction, is how the event is marketed and run, which is boring. They just put some races out there for Diamond League with no excitement, no nothing for the TV audience, and them call it Diamond League. At least Grand Slam came and tried some stuff new, which was exciting to me. I enjoyed that format. I love seeing the hurdlers. The best races for me was see the 100-meter hurdlers running the 100-meter flat, because you never know what was going to happen. So, listen, we have to understand, track and field is a business. We have to start treating it like that. And you said earlier, or what you call it said, track and field is still treated like an amateur sport in the main.
Especially in Jamaica.
No. Especially in America.
Especially in Jamaica.
You think Jamaica bad? At least we have these velocity fests now and they try to give the people a little prize money. I mean, look at what happened in America. When these guys got to Tom Jones and Mount Sac and all these events, these professionals are running for free against college kids. The only money them get is the money them get from a sponsor, I mean, that makes sense? These guys are running the most meets they run in the early part of the season is absolutely free. Not $1 them get in them pocket. When them go Mount Sac and Tom Jones and all of those meets, pen relays, and them not get the money. They run for free. You know what I mean? So we have to professionalize the sport. We have to. And I'd love to see Grand Slam survive, but I'd love to see it become a franchise thing where You have franchises owned by major corporations where athletes are on teams or on a team.
Yeah.
And those athletes, the racers can choose
who
their
them
challengers
select?
to be
Yeah.
I have demotion, I have free agents. I them the time the track and field nice.
And if you
And
lose,
that track and field need.
it depends on the amount of points you get in the
Exactly.
first round. You can't come back in and then a new set of people come in and it just rotate. So everybody eat a piece of food.
And it's a franchise thing. So you know your money good. You're professional. And only professionals can be in it. Not little high schooler. If you're a high schooler, you're a college person, you want to run Grand Stamina, you have to declare yourself a pro. You can't go back to college. I mean, you can go back to college and do the subject, but you can't run the NCAA. That's what we need, a full professional team. Because I would love to see something like this happen, where Olympics get less important, because Olympics to me is the biggest con ever pulled in life. Everybody I tell people, well, Olympics is the biggest thing. Olympics is the biggest con ever pulled. Them have man out there run and kill themselves for free, and I tell them say the greatest thing ever. You go Olympics and you run. If you have a sponsor, you win a gold medal. You leave there broke.
But at the ancient tradition that it is coming from, you know.
And that is what is a big con.
Yeah.
It's a con because the Olympics makes billions and pay the athletes nothing.
I'll when them give one
and have the
person.
athletes out there talking about Olympics is the thing every 4 years. It's the biggest con. I want to see us get past and have a proper league.
And when you get a one athlete a win prize a final, that's a foolishness of Olympics.
That's a foolishness. That was the biggest insult to me. When I saw that, I'm like, I'm 50 grand at that. That was an insult. Them should have said, no, tell you what, let's keep the money there. It's an insult. Because the man who comes silver and bronze, if him never sponsor, a shoe company has sponsor him go back home broke as dog.
Yeah, because you get incentive to go to the final from your shoe.
If you're sponsored, if you're not sponsored, I'll get a supper.
Well, you can't get a sponsor out of it, so dog. No necessarily go eat your supper.
That too, but you should never leave the Olympics hungry. You should leave to make the Olympics is one of the hardest things to do. You should never leave there hungry. You should leave there with guaranteed things.
Yeah. We have two panelists. BAM Sports, big up yourself. People don't need to subscribe to BAM Sports, and we have Unseen and you can subscribe to Unseen too. Anything else you want to say, Berto?
No, man, hit that big up coach. Listen, man, you have to have the live more often than a week, you know, man. Track season on a bread. We need a live once every week, sir.
Yeah, you know I true though, but guess what? Sometimes
we don't want an excuse, sir.
All right. I know so me is a person who don't believe in an excuse for true. So I have to show that to true.
Once a week we walk back the live them, sir, because that's my track thing we like listen to every week.
Yeah, man, me take that bad up there, man. I just hold that.
All right, big respect, TV.
All right, big up yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, man, me have to take that bad up there. If people answer them agree, drop some thumbs up. I'm a matter of fact, if you agree, like the video. If you agree with the one live per week, like the video. If you don't like the video, but don't do it. Unseen, what go on? Hey, people, before we calling them two people up on the talk, you know, the big bad, the legendary Shirley Fraser Price will be opening her season at the Velocity Fest 17 tomorrow at the National Stadium. She'll be competing in the 100 meters.
You sure?
On the set. Unseen, what go on? Big up
you hearing me? You hear me?
Unseen, we're not hear you. A silent night you play.
You not hear me for true?
We're not hear you. BAM Sports, what you say?
Yo, I'm there, no gaffer, what go on?
We not hear BAM Sports either. People not hear them.
But me I hear him, you know. Unseen, you hear me?
You're a word in English, not even Spanish.
Unseen, you hear me?
Yeah, me, I hear me. You hear me?
Yeah, me I hear you, Unseen.
When you hearing Unseen?
Yeah, but I hear me.
Hear Unseen. Go on talk. Me not hear.
Yo, so check it. Them I hear me.
Yeah, them I hear you too. Come me I hear you.
But me I hear Gaffer, but him not hear me.
That I go on and him not hear me. We don't know.
Yo, Gaffer, sign out and sign in back, brother.
All right, go on talk Unseen. Me not hear me. I have to find out what go on there. So.
All right. Yeah. So I want to touch back on the topic where Asafa make him speech. And BAM, the first part of his speech, I kind of agree with him when he say, if certain things are sought out for his, in terms of the track and field aspect, him not gonna make him son run for Jamaica, right? And there's still a question though, because when him son them reach 18 years old, I think his influence kind of get less significant there because it come down now to him son, the son, and them choice which country them gonna want to run for. I know the great history that their father have on the Usain Bolt and so on. They may choose to run for the Jamaica instead of go for money. You understand? Because everybody have a choice. And running for Jamaica, you still have perks same way. You still have perks and people. The running for Jamaica still have some perks same way. You understand what I mean? But I agree with him. If him want to influence him child, take up a better offer if certain things don't fix for Jamaica. What do you think, Bam?
Yeah, so good night, people. Auntie, you say you hear me, right?
Yeah, man, nobody here.
Yeah, good night, people. Make sure to smash the like button. Yeah, so what me I say, bro? My view upon it is, a parent's job, I for guide them children or them child along the right path and steer them away from negative things that them would have experienced in. Now, from this perspective, everybody, all of we have a 9 to 5 on regular job. Our aspiration is we go to school, we get education or we skill or however is me and we work and we try to make as much money as possible. We can live a good standard of life, maintain a family, and build something for the future, right? For our generations to come. Those who have wealth already, them try as best as possible to acquire more and maintain it for generations to come. So if Asafa is saying that him now got influence for him kids to run for Jamaica unless things change financially or where them get more support, I don't know why everybody's upset with him, bro, because all the people them were upset with Asafa, bro. Like, we're not gonna work for free, bro. We have the Jamaica Constabulary Force. They are police officers. We have doctors, we have nurses, teachers. All of them come to Jamaica. All of them are in Jamaica. Get them education, and whenever better economic opportunities present itself, them go for it, bro. See, we just recently had the Minister of Finance. He left his job in Jamaica to go and take up a bigger job in America because it is more financially viable for him and his family. So I don't know why people upset with a man where I say, yo, me need to make money, and if money not provide you so, then me I go look opportunity where money is, bro. Cause I guarantee you, brother, say if any a couple of our athletes them would have read stories in the past where represent Jamaica with distinction, do well, meet up on hard times, and them a struggle, bro. And the same people them who are taught now, them now go put up GoFundMe for them or take money give them out their salary. They gonna say, yo, where they do with the money when you run away the on top of your game? You get me I say? So I mean, yeah, I love the patriotic movement and everything, but at the same time, you have to look out for yourself financially and for your family. And me think, huh?
Bam, I think nobody not upset with what him say about him son and the money party. I think where people lose him or lose what him say is when he reach the part where talk about footballer, I forgot Olympics and perform and whatever it may be.
Yeah, man,
and
but me think him there conflict with this because him basically him never really mean. I don't think he mean Olympics, but I think he mean the football equivalent of an Olympics. So maybe it's a World Cup or one of them thing there, whatever you call it, Euro, World Cup, whatever. I think that's him mean.
And same thing what Oral say, bro. If you're not perform, brother, if you're not perform, people have a right to criticize you respectfully. And if you are perform, people have a right to praise you, brethren. So if Asafa not perform in a team days, why is it that him afraid to get criticized? Because if I can remember, Asafa prepare him body for most of that golden race.
But unseen, I saw sports go. Sports go. I said that earlier. Once you perform, your fan base will support you. If you're not performing, fan base are gonna drop.
What me I say Gaffer is
where support is concerned.
Yeah, but Gaffer, what me I say is, I don't think, Asafa is, well, maybe he is, maybe he not like the criticism, and I don't think there's a lot of athletes who like criticisms, so me not think him unique in that way, there, see? But at the same time, cause when basically I say from what me get, is that yo, in a '06, him get a big foot for switch, I'm choose country above that. And in hindsight now, he maybe I say yo, him regret it. I
Why
don't think nothing wrong with that. See,
What do you mean? Something wrong with that?
hold on,
Because what you know?
unseen, hold on, brother, unseen, bro, just cool, brother. Just think from a human, bro. There are a lot of times you do certain things unseen. A lot of times you do certain things in your life. At a later date, you say yo, Jano, you know, say if I'm gonna get a do over, would I make a different choice or whatever? Nothing wrong with that, bro. That's part of every human nature, brother. Everybody sometimes look back at certain things. But bro, even me, bro, enough times people look back at certain things and say, yo, Jano Star, if when you get the chance to go X school, I probably would have go in and not go Y school, cause maybe life would have work out better. I know must, but nothing wrong if you have a regret to say, yo, Jano, this never work out good now, yo, this could have deal with better, we could have make a different choice.
Bam.
And given what I'm seeing now, in terms of his financial position, bro, he may be very well thinking, say, yo, he could have been more advanced financially if he took that choice there. Granted, he could have taken the choice and it not work, and he probably would have regretted same way, But there's nothing wrong with that.
So that me I say to you now, him could have go for the millions and still broke. Him there Jamaican and get where him get and him is not broke. Asafa is a rich fellow in Jamaica, right?
Yeah, unseen, but rich is relative, bro. What me I say is, bro, yeah, but me I say rich is relative. Maybe him rich to a point now, and him a think say, yo, probably if me have some more money, could have achieved some more things. Nothing wrong with that neither.
Yeah, but the part where he might behave like say Jamaica owe him something like me not
Yeah, because the rich always want to have more money.
Yeah, like owe him something, bro. Him reach a point in his career where he makes some money. Him can go do something else and make more money.
Yeah,
him
but
can go to
unseen,
one shoe company, him can
unseen,
him
what is
money.
wrong? But unseen, what is wrong with Asafa saying?
Yeah, but
bro,
unseen, you have to look upon it and say, me get the point where you say him act like Jamaica owe him. But when they say Jamaica, don't include the entire populace. I think he's making reference to the federation, which is the association, and the government. So we have to make that distinction very clear.
Yeah, Gaffer, me believe that
I
too.
remember when time Bailey they say it and everybody don't for Bailey.
Well, no. Gaffer, me say same thing to you, brother, but what me I say is, what is wrong if a man I say, yo, athletes should be compensated, brother, figure run, brother, because me guarantee you say, when Jamaica go to the Olympics, doesn't the J3 get compensation from IOC? Or doesn't revenue come into the J3 as a result? Yes, so if revenue comes in, I know it's not wrong with Asafa saying, yo, maybe some of that revenue should come down to athletes.
But them give, hold on, bam, hold on. Them get money, but they set up an Olympic fund for the athletes them for the last Olympics, so them get some money. Who need medical assistance to go and all of them things presented. But I think Asafa look on as the one caller said earlier, probably the after competition the matter about after retirement. Where does the athlete stand after retirement?
Yeah, I'm joking when you agree.
You run one time for your country, you throw one time for your country, and then everything does all right.
No, but Gaffer, hold on, Gaffer. The Olympic thing where them set up, is it the same thing when Minister Green set up where them give athletes assistance to help with them training and them thing there? Like when they make the team are in preparation for the Olympics? Is that's what they're talking about?
No, I think that different from that of the government.
Oh, so you say J3 do something different in conjunction with the government.
Hey, you even have a partner in about when I said Jamaica can't not the female. The way when him talk. What they can go like something, Bridget.
Yeah, yo, I don't agree with.
Make we hear everything Chaka said. Everything wrong.
Everything track.
Say it again. What'd you say?
Your time. Your time. Your time.
Oh well, first of all, I'd like to say what's up to Coach. Um, Big ups or however y'all say it. Um, but yeah, about Asafa Powell, I did see that, and me and Aaron in a 100K a day, we were talking about that on the live stream, and I didn't really see anything bad about him calling out the federation, but you got to realize something. This could be for any country. And actually, America will probably be one of the worst countries to run for. And I'll explain why. If he was saying in regards to running for a country that does not see medals, like how Marcel Jacobs is, he's a millionaire. He made more cash money running for Italy than Noah Lyles would have made running for America, simply because of the fact that you have countries like Jamaica and the U.S. where running fast is expected, and you have countries like Italy and the UK where running fast is not expected. So if Asafa Powell meant it in that way, then what he was regarding to wasn't wrong. I don't know how it is in Jamaica when it comes to like them publicity, like publicly showing commercials and billboards of your track runners like Shelly Ann and all them like it is here. But if he was talking about publicity, being in commercials, having more cash money, then I can see where his I can just see where he's coming from. But America's not a good country to be running for either.
Everything track.
Yeah, but
Don't forget that.
everything wrong. I don't think he was talking about the billboard. For me, this is what I deduce from the situation is that he wants. I think Asafa wants something to be done for the athlete after they finish competing for the country. For example, an army person, after them finish go wherever go fight war, them know so them all right. Or some of them. I don't know if all of them. So I think that is something like, some sort of pension plan where them can take care of themselves throughout whatever is left in their life. I think it's something like that matter. But in terms of endorsement like billboards and advert, I don't think of that matter.
Why didn't he say that in his utterance? Just like that. Coach is this. Because I can remember when Leon Bailey spoke about, he was spoken
I
of.
don't know if you probably expression.
Him that talk about the JFF and everybody beat him. Right? Why is that the same thing can apply to Asafa? Based on what him said.
But the people them beat Asafa.
A lot of people say them agree with him. A lot.
People them beat Asafa. Remember that, Same like how them beat Leon Bailey, them beat Asafa.
Don't forget some beating for the last part of him sister. Because in a film career, if you can look upon it, because him gone, him touch upon him no want nobody, him no like criticism, right? And he must remember, say, him tease him fans them with some sub 10 and some this and that early season. We are say, yes, Asafa go win. When you check a stack, we got a world championship and Olympics. When him say, if you don't go there, you don't become a great athlete. In choke. Man from Antigua and next country name, I beat him. So then a man can assume him gearing body towards winning Diamond League. It's all about, and in the statement, be a money matter about. Be a money.
Well, can I address something? The reason you wouldn't see a pension and stuff like that, though,
yeah, but here what him say, him clarify, him say him put out a clarifying statement, The clarifying statement that he said that in the video, I was simply speaking from experience. Many athletes give their all, bring home medals, and still end up with no real support after their careers are done. So that's why I'm thinking about life after the career, right? So if I want my kids to have the option to think beyond just pride of for country, and instead set themselves up financially for the future, then that's what it is. It's not about disrespecting Jamaica or acting like other countries are better. It's about doing the research, knowing the system, and helping the next generation make smarter decisions. We can still love our country and call for change at the same time. So in all of this, I must clarify. So I think it is life after track and field. But is it a case where all Jamaicans if just not bother with the system because the system now gonna change and just try look for represent other countries?
That he might try to imply. Because he must say it based on theme son, that he might try to imply. So he might advise our next athlete who have the option to move to our next country, a parent for tell them sons, hey, here I go and choose somewhere else because you can run for Canada or US or somewhere else.
I think the only thing is Asafa Powell's he's kind of uninformed though. He has to realize if you're comparing it to like a LeBron James, you got to realize he's playing for an organization. Lionel Messi, he's playing for an organization. You as a track runner, you're not running for an organization. You're running as an amateur athlete for a country for the world championships. There's no team. There's no FAA. There's no organization. There's no club with rules. It's you getting put in a Puma tracksuit and you're running for a country because you was the fastest. You get done. You go to the Olympics and that's it. You come back and you go back to work and run on the side. So the thing is, it's not about Jamaica. It's not about track. It's about track and field. That's the problem.
The
Track and
structure of
field
track and field.
and that's where Grand Slam track comes in to play because it's offering a professional. It's offering an actual real professional league where you can do these type of things.
So, Coach Minzy, do you think that over the years, track and field has, I would say, these type of.
Hold on, before you ask me a question, Unseen. So everything wrong. How comes your big bad athlete not at the Grand Slam? Father hype.
Because his contract doesn't allow him to. His contract doesn't allow him to. He can't run for them.
Why?
It just doesn't allow him. His stimulations don't allow it.
But them thing that me not like them thing. Them thing don't make no sense to me. Like,
if your contract says you're only allowed to run here, here, and here, and run these certain amount of meets, and then that's what it is. And everybody's professional contract is the same. Why do you think Area 9 is not running there either? Maybe it could be an Adidas thing. I don't.
But everything wrong. The person who write that contract, the big organization, them shall look into it and see that is.
But you have other Adidas athletes there. Other Adidas athletes are there.
That don't make no sense to me.
Everybody, but you gotta realize everybody that runs for, all right, for example, you're like somebody that runs for Adidas for Poland is not going to have the same type of contract stimulations as somebody that runs for Adidas in Canada or Adidas like Andre DeGrasse. I know he runs for Puma, but what I'm saying is just because you run for a company doesn't mean you're all going to have the same contract stimulations. The same as every rapper that raps for Republic Record doesn't have the same stipulations. Some people have.
Yeah, we know that.
We
know that everything wrong. But remember, yeah, but we were responding to what you say. Maybe it's because of Adidas, so we draw on references of other athletes who are Adidas sponsored athletes. So I agree with that, but it's because of what you said.
No, I'm just saying he runs for Adidas, and maybe his contract just stimulates that he can only do certain things. He just got off the It wasn't with it wasn't on the podcast that he was just in, but he was in somebody else's independent podcast like yesterday when he was addressing this stuff about with Fred Curley and about Grand Slam track. Why he couldn't do it. It's just a contract thing. So maybe if he gets a new contract, it might be able to give him that to be able to subsidize extra income. But if his contract only says he can make his money off of, cash type prize money, then that's what he's stuck with for now. Same with Sha'Carri. Now, the only thing I will say about
Yeah,
Grand
we
Slam track is
understand that,
that
but it was because of what you said earlier. Say it probably is an Adidas thing. But Unseen, you have a question you say that ask me.
I forgot the question about that. Continue. No, the question the question was is do you think that more of these big races can come about to get athletes to get more money and stuff? And do you think that there are monies there that can improve the life of track and field athletes, like creating more of these leagues and so on, these championships?
yeah, the league itself, you got to remember, UFC didn't grow overnight. The bowling leagues, these cricket leagues, they didn't grow overnight. Grand Slam track is going to take time to grow. It's going to probably take 20 years. So we just got to see in the near future. A lot of these NBA didn't just grow overnight. So we just got to see in the near future. They're going to probably start offering health care, retirement plans. Again, it's just going to be something we just got to wait for in the next 10 to 20 years if it keeps going. And Michael Johnson, it keeps letting it go like this. And hopefully he sells it off, because I don't know how long he's going to be living, but if it keeps growing, he's got to sell it off, and hopefully they do good about it too. My only problem is with Grand Slam track is it's a good thing
For
and a
me,
bad thing.
I think
Go ahead.
I think what happened is that the sport need to market more where these competitions and these matchups can happen so that the athletes can make money. Too long the sport at the bottom of the barrel, and the athletes are putting their bodies through rigors and injuries and all of this, and they're not reaping the benefits. You see me I say? So I definitely want to see money being pumped in the sport. Grand Slam is a very good idea. It's just that probably because where it's coming from, the support is not going to be given towards it. But if they continue and persevere, it can be something super.
So everything track and person in the comment section and Minzy. I think that a next one can come up, but them that for structure in a way where it don't conflict with Grand Slam track, right? And so that maybe have two of these big events either from Diamond League where people can go towards and say, all right, yeah, them can make them not forget Olympic, forget recognition or get money or get an endorsement deal or something like that, right? Or the World Championship, them can make $500,000 this year and easy themselves, or and them can live good. Like I think these things are this is the thing that should happen in track and field.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself about Grand Slam track and about these runners not participating and stuff like that, or ones that can't participate. It's really a track and field problem. That's really all it is to it. I know we want them to make more money and stuff, but you can only make as much money that's given to you. That's the problem. And I know y'all probably heard it before, but people were saying, "Oh, the stands at Grand Slam track were empty in Kingston, Jamaica. They were empty. They're not going to Grand Slam track's not going to last long." Here's the thing: when they held Grand Slam track, they did it a horrible time. As far as Jamaica, it was when y'all were getting off of work and stuff like that. It wasn't publicized that well. The tickets cost too much. I'll be real with you. You know how much the tickets cost here in America for Los Angeles? $45. In contrast, with $45, I can go to the NBA game. Now, which one are you going to pick? An NBA game and watch LaMelo Ball play LeBron, or a track meet where you're going to watch somebody run 10-2 like Fred Curley just did with that 10-3? You know, so it is. That's why I said it takes time to grow. The ticket prices are going to have to change. The time when you have these events are going to change. The only good thing that I saw was it was 3 hours. It was 3 hours and not 10 hours. That was the one good thing. The time management worked well. But besides that, there are some things that's going to change. But again, it's a step in the right direction. If I gave you, even me as an American, 6 figures, you balling. You balling. You know, like nobody's going to say you're not balling with six figures, American dollar figures. So we're just gonna have to see, man.
Yeah. But I mean, though, you know, there's room for improvement for the sport, and I think people, you know, business people are track and field athletes who go through the system before are seeing the light now, and they're trying their best to kind of get the newer generation, something better to speak about or something better to work towards. Yeah. So I think that's something, you know.
Yeah. Well, hey, coach. Hold on. I'm gonna talk to you later. I'm making some steak right now, so I need to watch this.
All right, everything, chat. Big up yourself. Unseen, Julian Alfred, 21-8. What do you think about that?
Yeah,
Big
man.
run from her today. You think she is going to be in a situation where she go kick over the bucket for some of these top notch athletes? And before
Yeah.
you answer, you know, so at first everything track come on the channel and talk so much sense. Big up yourself, everything track. It look like the sub 11 where you run at work for you know.
Come here, call him everything wrong a while ago, you know. I wonder. You say everything wrong. So yeah. But yeah, Julian Alfred, you know, somebody earlier I was doing a show and somebody said Jamaica all a little piece of the medal there. And piece of everything from Julian Alfred. I mean I said to him, my St. Lucian people them come beat him, you know. But anyway, you know, Jamaicans we are proud of Julian Alfred. And that time early season, what the what's the wind speed behind it, Coach Minzy?
It was positive 0.2 meters per second.
Positive 0.2 meters. Wow. Yeah, I think for me, early season running 21.88, big something that man. Big something. And then if you look on our program, she might be heavy too as well, you know. Our program, because she run heavy. When I watch her coming in the last 10 to 15 minutes, she drop heavy. You know? She drop real heavy. So you know, it's a good look for she and our coaching staff and our management team and our sponsors.
Yeah, man, a big thing for her, man. It's interesting to see how she go forward, you see me? Because yo, me I tell her, Sherika will come back ready. Juju did it. Then you have Gabby Thomas, you know. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting going forward in this season. And yeah, me know me have a serious delay because I'm not hearing through the headset. So me actually have to listen it on the phone and then I respond. So me apologize for that. A matter of fact, we're gonna end the stream in 2 minutes time because it not sound good for that to go on, honestly.
Yeah, rough.
So we're gonna end the stream in 2 minutes time. So Unseen, any final thoughts?
Yeah, big up Julian Alfred, you don't know. We love her from Jamaica. For Asafa Powell, I think the first statement that he made was okay. Then when him go down like Jamaica owe him something, and so I think him lose a lot of people there. And I think him deserve him look a beat him again. No. For Grand Slam, I think we need more of these stuff. I think a lot of people are seeing the light now and you know they want better stuff for the athletes doing track and field across the world. And this is the way forward. Apart from that, big up all the persons in the chat who is listening, and big up Coach Minzy for giving us the platform to come out and talk as well, and just have a good Friday, and it's a good Friday.
All right, Unseen. See, I try to pull off one, yeah, man. Anyways, people, big up on yourself. Me take my bad up. Me I see how best we can come up with a live a week time. How best It might not be early, might be early, might not be late, it might be late, yeah, but we're going to try our best and roll out. So make sure, and you see, people, want live, want to come, don't want to like the stream. Unless are the people them were peep. Just dead. If you want to come over here, just like a stream, man. Like a stream. You see me I say? But anyways, big up on yourself, people. Was a good 2 hours conversation. As usual. When we roll out in some decent conversation we have. Big up to Unseen, big up to the callers them were calling, big up to Bam Sports, big up to everything wrong. You see me I say, oh, everything track. Unseen, you don't know the history, that's why you miss it. Him know the thing, man. Don't worry yourself, man. You see me I say? But everything wrong. You see it? But anyways, big up on yourself, people. Stay safe. I'm gonna watch the Shelly video when we drop while me I do the live. We skillful them way there, you know. Yeah, man, we skillful them way there. We are do a live and we drop a Shelly video. See it?
Yeah, sure. She's not gonna pull out.
Watch the video and share your thoughts. So big up on yourself. Stay safe. Until next time. Peace.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.